Hey, this is Gray, still here, between the black and the white. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I want to do a quick follow-up on last week's episode that was on sphericity, on two-dimensional characters in education. If you remember, sphericity was the measure of how spherical something is, as opposed to being well-rounded. That was the contrast that we drew, and we used the examples of a coin that is round in this dimension, but is flat on this axis compared to a ball, a sphere that has height and width and depth. And I wanted to follow up on that by considering what are the dimensions when we think of this in terms of education. If we want students to grow in multiple dimensions, well, what dimensions should they grow in? And I actually found a very neat set of 3 dimensions in Richard Bolles' What Color Is Your Parachute? Now, if you're not familiar with this book, I have recommended it for a long, long time. You might want to pick up a newer edition than the 2005 edition that I have. I must have bought my first copy of this all the way back in the 1980s. But the whole book is concerned with helping people find jobs. You'll see a practical manual for job hunters and career changers. And Bolles does a wonderful job of helping people to assess themselves as well as the working world in order to find the right fit. And one of the things that he has is a skills inventory in which the possible skills that we might present to an employer are laid out in 3 dimensions. Physical skills, and beyond physical skills, you probably already know, the next one is mental skills, and then interpersonal skills. And if we can help students to grow in each of those dimensions, to develop physical skills, to develop mental skills, and to develop their interpersonal skills, I think we will be doing an excellent job of preparing them for the future. Whether or not we go with the Heinlein list that we've talked about in a couple of episodes of specific kinds of things, or whether we develop our own list of the things that we think a human being should be able to do, as long as we are helping students to grow and develop in the physical, mental, and interpersonal dimensions, I think we'll be doing well. As always, I'd love to know what you think. Send me a note, let me know what you think, and thanks for being with me here today, and I hope to see you again on a future episode of Between the Black and the White. Once again, this is Gray Rinehart reminding you that between the black and the white is where you find gray.